Hello and welcome back to another episode of The Lore Boys, the number one fake history podcast on the internet. My name is James of Beyblades. Who else is here?
I'm Ethan.
Yeah.
Hi. Also of Beyblades.
Oh,
Oh,
related.
Peter, Pie Master. I remember when I was playing Fable 2, the villagers would call me Pie Master because I'd eaten a lot of pies.
There goes Arse Face.
I was wondering. I was like, how long till the Cockney accent comes out from Ethan? We got second voice line, so very good.
Nice.
Very good. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm watching my daughter on the video monitor dismantle her bed right now, and I'm wondering at what point I gotta go up and intervene here. I'll be right back. You guys
Yeah.
keep going.
Okay.
all right.
We'll get started here. So today we'll be covering a great villain from the Fable universe, the Jack of Blades, or Jack of Blades. So this episode was requested by a lot of people. And it's kind of
really?
Yeah, it's kind of nice that Ethan left because it was requested. Everyone's like, Ethan, do more Fable lore after he did the first one back in 2022.
Oh, yeah, okay. And it's like, the best I got for you is 2.5 years of Magic the Gathering.
Yeah. And then now he doesn't. He did do one more, but I'm going to take credit for all of these requests. So Forshi,
All right,
Hondolo, Chaz, Honest Don, moderator David as well, Fragile. We got non-patrons, Papa Bottle, Pug Jesus, more people than that. There's a lot of requests for Fable in
fucking
general.
Murderer's Row or whatever that expression is. Just like
Yeah.
that's a lot of OGs.
He's coming back. Don't let him know that they wanted him to do it. Yeah. So let's catch up on Fable after 4 years. What are your experiences with Fable?
I played
this.
the intro,
Right.
the first one. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
You were still muted on my end. I played the intro to the first one on my buddy Logan's Xbox Crystal. I have never finished it. But I did play 2 and 3 because they were on 360, which was my first console. I remember liking 2 a lot, and 3 a bit mid, but I remember beating it and still having a pretty good time. I liked the dog, and I
Me
liked
too, right?
gun magic. I like gun magic. I know, like I was very big on Avowed last year. Loved it. I've mentioned it in passing a few times this year. Guns and magic, great combination. Oh, and also the fucking Greedfall was like one of my favorite fucking games ever for a while. So like, great combination. I remember enjoying it a lot. And then obviously, rip. But when your dog get down, Mr. President, and gets shot. There's other endings to that game. I obviously wished my dog back to life because I'm not a fucking psychopath, so I don't really give a shit what else happens there, right?
Yeah.
I played the shit out of 1. I never played 2 or 3. I mean,
Okay.
I think I picked them up at some point, but maybe did like a couple intro quests, but played
Yep.
the hell out of 1.
Pete touched on it. It was like there's moral decisions you have to make, right? And it's one of the first games to have very clear: if you do bad things, you become Devil Man. If you do good things, you become Angel Boy. And
no, they've taken that out of the next one because Microsoft cannot help themselves but fuck up everything they touch. You don't change the way you look based on your decisions in the next Fable. That, for the record, is not coming out, guys. Like, let's be real. Like, I'm going to say this about every fucking game that is announced coming forward. If you've been in development for 5 years, it's not coming out. Just stop. But like, I cannot believe they did that.
Well, I'll get into the decision that they made. I'm not as much of a hater. I am cautiously optimistic about this because I think that they are set up in a couple good ways. So look, there is moral compass just for people who don't know what Fable is at all. There's a moral compass.
Right.
Good things do good things. Bad things do bad things. It's an RPG made in the UK by, what was it, Lionsgate or Lionshead Studios.
Yeah. Also, RIP. They were shut
Lionsgate is
down
a
by
film
Microsoft.
Right.
There's like a morality, like a karma scale. There's also at least in the first one, there's a fame scale, right? Like where you got more famous or infamous based on what you did. And to get Arseface, the aforementioned moniker, because you could give yourself nicknames and people around town would call you that. I think the default one was Chicken Chaser. That's what you started with. there goes a chicken chaser who chased the chickens.
That's what I was expecting the Cockney accent to come out. It was on that one.
But to get Arseface, you had to have like zero fame and then get like negative karma. But to do that, you had to like, before you did like the very first quest outside of the tutorial, you basically had to like go like beat some people up or something. And that was the only way to get, or not the only way to get Arseface, but the only way that wasn't like extremely annoying. And you had to like grind back down your fame or something.
Right. Yeah.
The way I played, my experience is I also just played Fable 1. I played it all the way through. But this is when Ethan and I were just becoming good friends in high school. He lent me the game, so I beat the game on Ethan's copy way back when. And I haven't played through it.
And I'm sure it came up the last time we did a Fable.
Yeah. So, yeah, like I do want to get into what Pete's saying is like before we hop into, we'll talk about Jack of Blades. We'll talk about mostly lore of Fable 1 and pre-Fable 1 to kind of set the scene for what the big bads are, what Albion, the world that we're going to talk about, is like, and set the scene for Fable 4, which is supposed to come out in fall of this year. It's scheduled for fall of this year. They're trying to get it out before the big bombshell this year, which is GTA 6. Not great to release out at the same time as that. So, but so the studio. Here's one thing that makes me optimistic of it. Everything that we've seen from it looks visually great. It's by Playground Games, who made Forza, the racing game. They're using the same engine to create this with support from Eidos Montreal.
Yes, I know. Yeah, one of my friends was working on it after Deus Ex was canceled, and then he was put on as a support for that.
Your friends ruin everything, man.
Yeah, I don't know if it's for them. I don't know if it's Russe's fault, honestly.
Oh, it's Russe.
Yeah,
fuck that
guy. So yeah, Playground Games, who make Forza, they are UK based. They have a love for the Fable series, so.
Okay.
It's already like it's coming from a good place. It's not like just some office is like, hey, you guys are doing this now. Like when they heard they were going to work for Fable, they're like, this is perfect. We love this game.
Yeah. I don't want to criticize the people working on the game, obviously, but Microsoft, as a Game Pass enjoyer, Microsoft is a cancer on the industry. They have destroyed everything they've touched.
I think there's problems. I mean, and I don't think it's just video games, but like there's problems with big corporations eating up all the small corporations. Like you see it across the board. Like it doesn't make things go better. Like it makes things go better for like shareholders, I guess, and like people at the top. But then crashes happen because they're allowed to just do this kind of uncontrolled. You know, so that's I think the issue. I'm sure there's plenty of good people at Microsoft who want this game to be good. And it's hard.
Oh, guaranteed. Yeah, guaranteed. But I guarantee, like top down. I mean, they just got a new head of Xbox. She has no background in entertainment at all. She's some AI fucking ghoul. So I don't think she's gonna make things better. But she's at least young, I guess.
Was
Phil
Spencer,
the old man who's been in charge for a decade is a fucking idiot? So he's gone.
Was Phil Spencer doing such a good job?
Yeah, no, exactly. It's just like old Uncle Phil. I mean, again, like. It's just like going back. It's not even absorbing other companies, right? It's like they fucked up Halo, Gears. What else? I get Forza. I think is still doing well, right? But like you fumble all of the bags. They fumbled the Xbox, the box. They fucked it up, dude. Like,
it's
happening. I mean, that was. Yeah. The box was always bad, man. Like that physical piece of hardware was never a good piece of hardware. As somebody who owned the original, the 360, all of them, they were rough.
The enshittification we talk about, the constant moving the constant moving goalposts to make more money, right? Like it's never just enough to make a good game at a reasonable price. Now you look at Ubisoft and they've like shoehorned into Assassin's Creed, like things that are they just make the game more annoying, and then you can pay your way out of it. On top of a game you've already purchased for $80 or $60 or whatever your location is, right? So
yeah, like deliberately lowering EXP gain and just being like, grindy, eh? It's $20 to fix that fucking problem right up.
So, but I'd like to take more. From my perspective, I'm going to be cautiously optimistic about this because what I've seen so far from the game, They are promising a lot. We might not get everything we promised. In the first Fable, they promised if you dropped an acorn on the ground, a tree would be there whenever you come back later.
Yes.
That didn't happen, but it was a cool idea. But yeah, so we'll see what actually happens in this. But they are claiming it's not going to be a direct sequel. So we're not going to like pick up and you're exactly where you left off. It's going to be within the world of Albion.
Yeah. 1, 2, and 3 weren't direct sequels, were they?
3
You're always a different character.
3 jumped ahead like hundreds of years as well.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they're going to do something similar. But one thing that you will do, like in Fable 1, you start as a child in the village. There hasn't been a hero for a while, and you start to discover that you have powers, and you're a little bit special, a lot like the first one. And then something will happen. Everybody in the village gets turned to stone instead of getting burned to the ground. So that's about as much as we know so far about the story, but we know a lot more about the mechanics. There's going to be a lot of things you can do in the city. So every house and business in the city, you can buy. So you can become a slumlord or a beloved ruler.
Or both.
Or depending on who you ask, because the way that evil and good works is not as binary. It's not, I'm evil, so I have horns. Now it's like, I fucked over this business. Now this family is not going to like me. Versus
what do you think the good side of that is going to be based on Microsoft's decisions? Do you think the slumlord is the good guy, or do you think the benevolent ruler, in quotes, is going to be the good path?
You want the shareholders.
I've installed I've installed an AI chatbot to collect your rent. Okay, I'm the good guy.
My rent is different every month, and sometimes it just asks for rocks. You're like, well, that's Copilot for you.
Yeah. You can't actually make any money until you upload all your receipts to OneDrive, which you're also running out of space for, and you need to buy more of. So, yeah. So that could be interesting though. Is like just running a city and seeing the interactions between the different people in the city.
Like it depends how deep they go, because Fable 1, you could buy every building and every house and shop, right?
Yeah.
You had to kill everyone first, but you could do it. So you were only ever evil, but if you ran into a town, killed all the people, you'd be able to buy their houses and then rent them out to somebody else. But there wasn't, like, that was it. You know what I mean? Like, I remember, like, I did it. I owned every building in the original Fable for sure.
Yeah.
But then you just run around collect gold. You know what I mean? Like, that was the only mechanic to it. And I'm a big fan of sim games and like management style games, right? So
yeah,
I'm all for it if they give me a bit of depth. But I hate the half measures where it's like it's not satisfying enough to be a management game, and then it's also like it's just taking away from like this RPG that I could also be playing. Like,
yeah,
I don't like it when games try and do both and do neither well, right?
So here's an example of something that we know about the game so far is. Oh, let me see if I can find a second picture of this. So, Jonno, these will be at the end for the video editing. But you can encounter a dude who is kind of a self-obsessed gardener or like botanist. He grows things, and then he discovers a plant or a potion that turns him into a giant. And if you have the decision at a certain point to either help the giant, whether that is turn him back into his normal self or find a place for him, we don't know, or you can kill the giant. And if you kill the giant, there will be a giant corpse just outside of town for the rest of your gameplay, and the surrounding property value will go down. So
that's cool.
That's fun.
All right.
Yeah.
That's funny.
You drag the body into a neighborhood, buy up all the buildings, whatever property values go down, drag it away.
Yeah. So we do have pictures of what the giant looks like before he gets giant eyes. Then when he's a giant and you're like a tiny guy, like just as big as his nose, basically. And then we have pictures of the giant's corpse like on a hillside, which I didn't have the best picture, but I've seen in the previews that we've gotten from the studio so far.
Played by a brilliant actor too. I think it's David. I can't remember his last name, but he is in Garth Marenghi's Dark Place and The IT Crowd. He's a very, very funny British comedian.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought he looked like him. I was wondering if it was him.
Yeah. David. I'll find his name. Hang on.
David.
While you look for that, it looks beautiful and it promises the same charm and British humor. One thing that we've seen is like this little, I forget the name of them, but basically like the hobgoblins in the game get
Hobbs.
The Hobbs, yeah. There you go. You get them. You can
halfway
turn
there.
them in.
Or you were 200% there.
The other ones are Balverines, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Balverines are yeah.
So
David Ayode. I spelled it with an O by accident. It's AYO, but it's what am I talking about? David. I am gone.
It's
completely.
Richard.
Richard Ayode.
Because you said you didn't know his last name. I was like, well, I know Richard Ayoade from the IT crowd. And he's a funny guy.
Yeah. I called him David, looking at a picture of his face with his name above it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So there's like some charm, like the original game, that they're teasing. So there's like a clip that on basically every trailer that we see for Fable 4 so far, you turn a hob into a chicken with a spell. And then as he comes out of the spell, there's an animation where he's still clucking a bit and he hasn't fully moved his brain out of chicken mode, which is very cute and funny. So like if they do these things right, like I think it could be really great. It could be one of the last great Xbox first party studio games that we get before it all inevitably fails. But the people behind it mean well. The game could be cool, and everything looks great so far. But we don't have an actual build yet, so it's hard to say what.
Only to be a negative Nelly. I always hope a game comes out and is good. Like last week, I was joking about how Judas is not coming out, but that's just because I've been like heartbroken too many times. Half-Life 2 Episode 2 came out in 2007. Okay?
Yeah,
like
I just picture like every time we do an episode, I picture if this is somebody's first episode, right? And if someone's like, "Oh, I love Fable. Let me check this out." And then the first thing we say about it is, "This is shit. It's going to be shit. It'll never be good."
It's never coming out.
We can say that, but maybe let's talk about what we're talking about first. You know what I mean? But anyways.
Well, then wouldn't it kind of be calling the kettle black if that listener then heard us say that and said, "Well, these guys are shit and they're going to be shit forever." Like, you know what I mean? Little hypocritical first time listener. Okay, maybe get your head out of your ass.
Leave the $1 trillion company alone. Okay, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. So that's what we have to look forward to. But way before Fable 4, in the distant past of 2004, we had a game released in the September of 2004 called Fable 1, or just Fable back then. And the
Lost Chapters when it came to PC. There was additional shit.
Yes, we will talk about the Lost Chapters today as well. And the big bad for Fable and the Lost Chapters, where you get the final scene with this guy, is Jack of Blades,
of course.
Who we're talking about. So that's our first picture that I'd provided in the chat there for Jonno and for the listeners. If you guys haven't checked this out on YouTube, we're just starting our YouTube channel. We have about a couple months of video content where you can see our ugly mugs, and you can also see all the pictures and all that fun stuff. So,
a friend of mine printed out it has a 3D printer. He did a Jack of Blades mask and like painted it. And it was so funny when I went over, he was so self-conscious. He's like, "Oh, I'm practicing painting. None of these are very good." And then he shows me his Jack of Blades mask and then a picture of it. I'm like, it looks exactly like the mask. What are you fucking talking about? You're not good at this. It's incredible.
And then he's like, "Yeah, but even when I wear it, man, I can't even kill my sister. I'm such a
Is your sister Teresa? Is that her name?
I don't have her name.
That's right.
Okay.
International Women's Day is over, so I have not named any women in this episode.
No, okay, good. That's fine.
There you go.
Yeah. His story starts before what we see in the games. So for like Jack of Blades, we don't actually encounter him until like you're a few quests into the game. You kind of see him in like a beginning cutscene, but you don't really know that it's him, and you don't even really know he's the big bad until you get to the arena scene, which we'll get into a little bit later. But so what we know about Jack's origins doesn't come from the game. It comes from an old website that I'm pretty sure doesn't exist anymore called Tales of Albion.
The Space Jam GeoCities website is still up, Jamie. You can still use it as a reference. Don't worry about it.
Okay, good. Albion is the world of Fable. So like our Earth, World of Warcraft's Azeroth. What's another example?
What is Albion?
Gears of War.
Actually, though,
what is it?
An alternative name for Great Britain. I feel like I looked this up the last time we did Fable. It also just means Great Britain.
Okay. Well, I threw an Albion map as well into the chat, and our editors from Great Britain. So tell us how those are exactly the same. You have to line them up.
I think he's from Headman's Cave,
which is
he's a northerner. Just north of the Gibbet Woods, is he?
I think so, but I don't truly remember.
Oh yeah, Bowerstone. I remember that name as well.
I want to say York.
Yeah. Well, we don't have to dox him, but at that first, the world was great. The world is great.
We don't have to dox him. He lives in Giblet Grove. It's like, oh
no. You guys looking at? Oh, you're looking at Albion map, not UK map. Okay, they all sound the same to me.
Yeah, they're the same.
So at first, the world was great. This is how our story starts. Everything's amazing. Albion or Great Britain is at peace, and everybody chased their chickens with content. But then 3 entities emerged from the void. We almost could take a drink for the void because it's just a place that exists that is not very well explained, but it's where the bad guys come from.
Okay. A bad place.
It's 3 entities that come out. It wasn't just the Jack of Blades, who's going to be our main antagonist. We had the Queen of Blades, the Knight of Blades, and the Jack of Blades doing a playing card style thing.
Okay.
There's no knight card.
King, I guess. Yeah.
K for Knight.
You did the chess episode. You should know this.
You know what? Fable 4 is going to suck because they fucked up the cards in Fable 1. But so what do these people want to do? The Queen, the Knight, and the Jack, they call themselves the Court. And the Court needed subjects. Yeah.
People make good subjects. Ooh, me. I'm loyal. I'm subservient.
The people of Albion, of course, but the people didn't quite share Ethan's like willingness to bend the knee. I guess they're not happy to have
enthusiasm.
Okay,
enthusiasm. I'll narc on him.
They resisted the Court, but the Court had a few strategies. So they're going to try a few things to get the people to listen. So first, the Court burned Albion, starting great fires all across the lands. The skies turned black. Their food turned to ash. But
good job, my lord. You burned me really good. Thank you, my lord.
I love me beans is ashy, yeah.
Yeah. So, except for the lore boys here, the people did persist and did not want to be ruled over. Ethan and Peter were ready to fold, but the rest of the people, they said no.
I've already folded. I said my beans were ashy. Thumbs down.
Me head's down by me ankles, me lord. I'm folded. Don't spare me, family. Go at him.
Don't.
Just take me, leave them, yeah.
Yeah. I have a wife and kids.
So second, the Court saw that the burning didn't work, so they tried the opposite. They raised high tides all across the realm and caused floods to many of the lands. And the people resisted again.
Oh, thank you, my lord. That's great.
Now me beans is sopping wet. This is even worse.
So
my British food is suddenly mush. Ugh.
Yeah.
It was so well defined before, and now it's just like an ooze,
Yeah.
After this one, it's like, oh yeah, sorry, our editor quit.
Yeah, exactly. All we have is mush. Might as well put it in a pie or something, right?
Yeah, does a spit take of just beans all over his screen when he's looking at it? He's like, oh, how could they say this? Love you.
Yeah, that's actually how they got fish and chips, is when the floods resided. The fish were left over on top of all
Well, yeah. So first it was the fire, right?
Yeah.
But the potatoes didn't burn because they're underground. They just kind of fried a little, roasted perfectly, and then the high tides left all the fish.
Yep. It got all caught in their newspapers they let out or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fan the flames with some newspapers. That'll put it out.
I'm sorry, UK people. It's so funny.
I'll never apologize.
No, it's so funny. Then the court promised.
Oh, no, this copy of the Daily Telegraph is burning right quick.
Yeah. The court promised peace next. Fires didn't work, floods didn't work. So hey, don't worry. Actually, just follow us and everything will be great. After burning and flooding all their lands, and the people caught on. They're like, didn't believe them, right? Like, maybe
that's fair.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? Burn down my country? Huh? Have a go at drowning me? I'd like to see you try.
The court did the next best thing that they could do is they turned the population mad. They went into their minds and turned neighbors against neighbors, friends against friends, husbands against wives. And this is what finally broke the people, is being turned against each other.
Okay.
To stop the madness, the people agreed, okay, you could be our leader. I'm just tired of fighting with my wife or whatever.
Yeah, sure. I actually quite enjoy fighting with my wife. I'm very much against this.
Yeah. No, it's bloody bedlam, I tell you. I went to the footy match and no one was fighting. Everyone was just sitting there watching the game.
Then they went home and were nice to their wives.
What do they want? Winner, like won or lost?
Yeah. So yeah, they let the Court of Blades be their leader. So we still have the Queen of Blades, the Knight of Blades, and the Jack of Blades. But we'll find out why we never meet the Queen or the Knight of Blades in the game after the break. Welcome back from the break, everybody. Where we left off, we had a bunch of Blade deck of card type guys ruling over the people of Albion. Remember that?
No.
Okay.
Can you start from the top?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
I feel like I've gone mad. Cast a spell on us, Jamie, to make us go
I have
mad.
damp beans everywhere. What is?
I can't remember why. Did I damp these or did someone else?
Did somebody do?
You know when you wake up after a big night out and you've wet your beans?
Yeah, I was just thinking about getting home drunk and just being like checking like wallet, phone, keys. They all made it home. Can of beans. You're like, all right,
damp
cool.
beans.
Damp beans.
So, although we have the court of these Blades folks ruling over the people, we would luckily have a hero who would be born. So William Black enters the world. I added a pic there for you guys. And we have a whole episode about him in our catalog that Ethan did in 2022. If you're interested in learning more, I'll put that in the description.
Oh, me. I don't remember. I don't remember this guy.
This with the mummy wrap on his face?
Yeah, because he exists like hundreds of years before Fable 1, I'm pretty sure, or at least generations before Fable 1, because you, the player character, will be of his bloodline. So I'm assuming that, someone will correct me, but I'm assuming that's like a way that we see him in either like a flashback or like a statue, like in Fable 2 or 3 or something. But you can just think of basically like the first wizard is this guy.
Okay,
gotcha.
Yeah. William Black had power to do magic with just his mind. And this is going to lead to one of the combat stats in Fable, the magic stat will.
Okay, cool.
And spells are acts of will. And it's kind of like a pun that it's not clear if it's named after William or the power of his will. Like,
okay, yeah. All right.
Yeah, what's your bill stat?
The first man to put stars and crescent moons on a hat, gets a whole fucking school of magic named after him.
Yeah,
No,
so
you don't understand me, love. Well, I put these little squiggles, what look like moons and stars, on me hat. I can cast all sorts of magic spells, and I think I can take a run at the queen.
So I'm trying to remember what the other two stats are. I know one is will, and then strength and
Dex.
like it's basically strength, agility, magic, but I forget what the three are exactly.
Sure.
Oh yeah, I remember using weapons in Fable 2. Your character would change shape and size based on your build. So like if you had a
You get buff as hell.
agility
You get
build,
fat as hell.
which would be guns. Yeah, you were like lanky, and I think I had like health and guns, so I was like a big, tall, fat guy.
If you eat a bunch of pies, you get fat. But if you just max strength, then you get buff. But if you eat like pies and junk food, you get fat.
Yeah.
I don't remember what they were called. I will tell you they were red, green, and blue though.
That's
much I can tell you.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to
which was definitely strength, agility, whatever the fuck that was called, and will, like 100%.
Because if I recall correctly, I played the shit out of it, but when I was, fucking 12 years old, when it came out.
Strength, skill, will.
Okay, there you go.
My recollection is that if you killing enemies with strength attacks drops strength experience. They would drop like red experience and green experience and blue experience based on what you used to kill them.
Yeah.
And then you would have to go back to the Guild of Heroes, which was like the hub, and actually purchase stats too, like on level ups. I remember having to go into like this like aura thing, and then you could buy stats. After researching this, I'm like, I own Fable Anniversary Edition. I'm pretty sure it's downloaded on the Steam Deck. I might play a few hours this weekend just to pick up on it. Yeah.
Add a postscript on this episode when it comes out next week and just like addendum. We did figure out what the stat sheet looks like.
Yeah. Yeah. So he has the power to do magic with just his mind. Loreboy's canon. Will is his name, not the actual will of his person.
William, like the Prince.
Mm-hmm. So one day Will was sitting in his book nook reading a book, just having a nice time, and he gets pulled into a random encounter with Jack of Blades. Jack of Blades pulls him into the void or another dimension, or he just gets ripped out of reality and he's face to face with the big bad.
Okay.
All right. Monka.
Yeah. He was just reading his book. He was having a nice afternoon. It's like his beans were dry, things were good. But yeah.
You get pulled into the wet bean dimension.
Yeah. Jack of Blades was trying to kill or control he saw a human getting really powerful through magic, and we can't have normal heroes roaming around. So he tried to use a very powerful artifact, the Sword of Aeons. I included a pic to do so. So very strong, this Sword of Aeons. We'll talk a bit more about it. But
you can get it if you're willing.
If you're willing. You got to pay
you can get it in the game. Got to pay the troll toll.
Yep. Yep. Well, this boy's soul would go to the Sword of Aeon. So Billy Black wasn't so easily defeated. He used an act of William to gain control of the magical sword. And he ends up escaping Jack and promises his soul to the sword in order to kill the Court of Blades and to save the people of Albion.
Yeah. Based.
Of Will. I'm just going to start saying, oh man, it's God's William. Just like casually in sentences. Like, really quickly.
So
where there's a William, there's a William. I mean, look,
there's a William, there's a Waymo. I don't know.
William.
William.
So Will Black goes to the top of a mountain to challenge the court. So he has to take on the knight, the Jack, and the queen. And those are the power order. Like knight is weakest, Jack is next, and then queen is like the big strongest one.
Do they represent different colored stats? Is there like, do you know?
You only really fight Jack, right? Well, I guess in the first one. My only knowledge is the first one, so
I'd say probably not. Like what this lore is from is a blurb on a website that doesn't exist anymore. So I don't think they put that much thought into it. It was more just like an origin story.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Will is this guy. Like it's not the court, right? So
yeah.
So Will challenges the Knight of Blades. Easy. Knight knocks him right down. He's no king. And then he goes on to fight Jack of Blades, challenge number 2. And they're going shot for a little while. It's pretty tough. But eventually Will gets the upper hand and he beats Jack's body. But Jack, this is his trick, and the reason why he's the only one to survive. He uses his soul to slip away into the void, and he also can like hide in his own mask. So it's theorized that he just retreated into his mask, the mask fell into the void, got away to fight another day.
I always remembered him as like a Majora-esque character, right? Like Majora is inside the mask.
I don't know.
Yeah. I guess Skull Kid is the kid. Majora is not the kid that wears Majora's mask, right? But that's possession. I don't think Jack of Blades possesses. I think he reconstitutes his own body.
He uses it like a little place for him to hide. Like is that a reliquary? What's a reliquary? No.
Reliquary is the thing you put bones in.
Yeah,
No.
like a piece of a saint or something like that. Maybe a phylactery, like a lich.
Phylactery's probably closer.
Phylactery?
Yeah.
Yeah, he hides in it.
Jesus foreskin pretty close as well, Ethan. But you could wear that as a ring. You don't really keep it in a reliquary, right?
Yeah, true.
Look at the black wedding ring. It's just like...
Yeah, he uses this mask like later on too. It's not only that he can hide in it. The possession is true too. Like he can possess other people, and like while he's in hiding, if a hero will come by the mask will start whispering to you like, "Put me on. What could happen, huh? You'll be stronger than everyone." Yeah. And then you put it on, and then he gets control of your body, and
you become Jim Carrey.
Exactly. Oi, love, I'm a haunted mask in a spooky cave. You're not just gonna walk by without put me on, are you?
Smoking. Yeah, so Will Black goes to the top of the mountain. He fights the knight, beats him, beats Jack of Spades. Jack retreats though, manages to save his soul, although his body fails.
Off.
He jacks right off.
This plane of existence.
Yep. After that, Will has to fight the Queen of Blades, which is actually the biggest fight, and it goes on for weeks. It's said that like some of the geography in Albion was formed like during this giant magical battle.
Okay, cool. Okay. Like a real cataclysmic fight.
Yeah. And in the very end, Will does squeak out a victory against the Queen of Blades. And she doesn't seem to know this mask trick that Jack knows, and neither did the knight, because both of them are gone for good, as far as we know.
Do they wear masks?
Sorry. They do. So if you look at that picture of Jack of Blades, he keeps an extra 2 masks on him at all times.
Oh, yes.
And that's a representation of where he came from, his other court members.
And one is smiling and one is frowning, and then he has no mouth.
Yeah.
I have no mouth and I must jag. Yeah, so but William Black's bloodline, since he made this like deal with the sword, becomes very important because only anyone in his bloodline could wield the Sword of Aeons or allow another to wield it. And that's going to become pretty dang important in Fable 1 as people who've played it know. Yeah.
Before I go up the mountain, I've got to do some shagging first and ensure me bloodline.
Oh yeah, I don't think I mentioned that in Fable 4. They have 1,000 NPCs that are individually voiced and thought out, is what they're promising. And that you can date all 1,000 of them. You can have kids with all 1,000 of them, and it may lead to divorces depending on how you play that out.
Yeah, you are gonna need to be a slumlord to afford all that fucking alimony.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here's me dowry, a dead giant corpse.
Oh, darling, I love it.
And now I'll buy your house because it's cheaper too.
Yeah.
Charge you.
I'll be having that house, love.
Yeah.
In me flat.
Yeah, one thing that is criticized about Fable 4 is that they decided as a game direction move to not include the dog. that Pete so lovingly mentioned. And apparently it's made the game director some enemies on the development team who truly believe that the dog should be in Fable 4. But
yeah, 2 out of 3 of them had the dog, and it was like a big part of it, right? Like it was like a gameplay part of it, and he was like your friend. And I remember the dog being like really, really well done at the time.
Too much development time. We need to make 1,000 people you can marry instead of a dog that everybody loves.
Exactly. Yeah. Nobody plays fantasy RPGs to go out on quests and like fight wolverines in the forest or anything like that. No, we want you to have 1,000 relationships.
Yeah. What if I developed a dog so that you could marry it?
All right. There's definitely a Japanese indie game on Steam about that.
Dog meet the parents. So the next part is the game. So I'll walk us through some of the beats of Fable 1. I'd say like you could just go play it. It is a little dated nowadays. Like I remember I did try and play it in 2022 when we were talking about it more. I checked my Steam and I played like 6 hours, but it wasn't as like back in the day, man. Like you wanted to keep going. It was so peak, but it is a little bit dated now. Yeah.
You because you said it and I pulled up Steam while you were talking. I was like, oh, would I play Anniversary? And I'm looking at it. And I'm like, I would pay 40 Canadian dollars for this, and I would play for 2 hours and be like, no, I played a lot of this back in the day.
Yeah, I grabbed it on sale at some point, and every once in a while I get the itch. But anyways, that we'll go over the story.
You need to put in more than 4 minutes into Control, Jamie. That's what you need to do.
Yeah, I'd like to play that. I want to finish Final Fantasy. I want to get to level 70. And wow, man, there's just so many things to do. And then write a podcast and do a full-time job and have meaningful relationships in your life. I got to just play video games.
Get addicted to Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, exactly. Which I found out now, one of the people who's my direct reports at work has been playing for 15 years and has a mono green deck and is uploading it to our website that we play on. So now I might have an excuse to play with workmates too. So even fun. Nice. Anyways, let's get into Fable 1. So Jack isn't shown to be the big bad guy until the story progresses, which is kind of a cool decision because you're just a guy and bad shit keeps happening to you. And you do not realize that it is some evil demon from the void who's orchestrating your entire life to be shit.
Okay.
Yeah. And you find out kind of as things go. Which in terms of storytelling for 2004 video game was like really cool. Usually it's like, Bowser's the bad guy. You know what I mean?
I mean,
there's a twist in Halo. It came out 3 years before that.
When did Super Mario Sunshine come out? Because Bowser Jr. explicitly wasn't the bad guy. He was kind of just a traumatized child. You know what I mean?
Yep. Who's the bad guy? Well, like, I'm trying to think in like from games those times. Like, when do you not know who the bad guy is until like halfway through the game?
Halo 1.
Halo 1.
Metroid. A big Xbox game. Yeah.
You thought you were the protagonist the whole time. Then it turns out you're a woman.
Dude, I did all this stuff to get the secret ending just to find out I'm a woman.
That's legitimately how. I mean, I wasn't alive for it, but apparently that's legitimately how gamers reacted, which should come as no surprise to anyone.
Yeah, things never change.
Yeah. I love the Metroid series, man. I wish I could play the newest Prime. I don't even know if it's good, but I just can't bring myself to buy a Switch, man. It's tough to justify whenever every game's going to be full price forever. But so yeah, Fable 1. So we start off the game, you're a little boy and your town gets raided by raiders, burns down, your dad dies. Your mother and sister go missing. What the hell, man? I'm just a chicken chaser.
I was just a chicken chaser. But now, I'm an arse face.
I've got ash on my shirt and arse on my face. And I've got to go into the world alone. So you don't have a family or a home. You get recruited by this guy who works at the Guild of Heroes. This guy named Maze, who we find out later is actually controlled by Jack.
Corn Man was a traitor?
Yeah, Maze like AZE Maze, like can't find your way through him.
The Minotaur.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a Minotaur.
He eats beans and they don't come out. because they can't find their way
Yeah.
through him.
When you think about it, we're all just a really easy maze, huh?
Yeah, we're really complicated.
Yeah.
We're just really complicated donuts. um. So yeah, he gets brought to the Guild of Heroes to start his education. All under bad pretenses by Jack. But anyways, he makes a friendly rival named Whisper. So you might remember this character. Like, I think you have to have an archery competition with her early on, and then you learn like how to attack and do all the combat by fighting with her. She's like your friend, but also your rival. You're trying to beat her at all these little games.
You're Gary Oak, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But more friendly than Gary Oak. Like Gary Oak that you could still have dinner with at the end of the day and he wouldn't say smell you later afterwards, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
I always thought it was like a friendly ribbing, smell you later, you know?
No, I
Like
always
look
hated
over the shoulder, like, smell you later. You know, like a sincere one.
That is endearing when you say it that way. Well, your original catchphrase early on in the show was, "Do you smell that?"
Do you guys smell that? Can't believe it never caught on, honestly.
I still think of it often.
Where's the "Do you guys smell that" merch? You know?
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Oh, let me write that down.
So now you grow up, because you do like start as a child and become old in the game. Like you play through the whole life. So you grow up now, flash forward, and you go out adventuring. So you start doing things like going out and fighting your first hobs, going to your first towns. You're a full-fledged adventurer, and you can start taking on side quests and earning your titles and all those fun things. Eventually, a big story beat is you end up at the arena, and who doesn't love a good arena battle in a game? I often get excited when
Arena, I mean,
yeah.
the arena in Fable was like iconic. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like for me personally, in terms of like my gaming life, like that specifically is so ingrained in me. Like the build up to the arena, like getting there, the town just outside it. Like I remember all of it so well.
Yeah. Do you remember so you fight 8 waves and then Jack reveals himself. This is when you finally see the big bad is at the end, and he says for the final round, up until this point you've been fighting alongside your partner and rival Whisper to kill these 8 waves. And the final round, do you remember what it is?
You fight Whisper.
Yeah, he says, kill now. You partners who got all the way to the top. The final thing is kill each other. And you have to kill this person you've known since basically you're a child. But it's the first big moral choice. Kill your friend for 10,000 gold or be good guy.
Easy choice.
10,000 gold, dude.
So many houses of the people that you murdered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's slumlord investing right there.
You find a statue that kind of looks like your mom somewhere. You find out through Jack that your mom and sister are alive. Your mom's in prison, and your sister had her eyes gouged out by Jack himself.
Yeah, she's like a blind mage, right? And she is in Fable 2. Like she persists. I know she's like your advisor in the second game. Can't remember if she's in the third, but she is in the second one.
Yeah, like she's kind of tells prophecies. She's like, one day you're gonna have to make the hardest choice of all, like choose ultimate power or choose what is right or something, which we'll get to in a few lines.
One day
you'll
have to hit a button before the credits. Whoa, no! You're like, oh, this is tortured forever.
And no, it will not be a quick time event.
Yeah. Yeah, this is about the point in the game where you're like putting all the pieces together. Maze was manipulated by Jack. Your town, your dad was killed by Jack and like orchestrated the raiders. And it's all because you have this blood in your veins that can get this Sword of Aeons. And to get the Sword of Aeons, you have to activate all the points of focus in the world. So this is where they're like, there's 5 different areas. You got to go to the bog place. You got to go to the mountain place. You got to go to the forest place. And you got to activate all these things. The swamp, yeah. And a nice surprise here, or maybe not a nice surprise, but instead of you being able to finish this first, by the time you get to the end of it, Jack has already gotten all the points of focus. And bad guy is ahead of you all along. And he gains access to the Sword of Aeon. by slitting your mother's throat in front of you. Because he can't wield the sword without the blood of your bloodline. So he kills your mom in front of you to gain access to the best sword in the game.
Is it just like covering his hands and he can hold it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's
I
not
don't know.
quite
The
said.
sword drank of it.
Whatever. Yeah.
Don't overthink it, man.
Final boss fight ensues, and eventually you'll beat Jack and yoink his mask. He doesn't actually really die because you will fight him in a different form in the DLC, but it's not clear. It's like, did his soul escape to the void without the mask? Was there like a fragmented piece of like his anger or something that was put somewhere else? But you beat him, you take his mask, and then you're able to finish the game. And this is the original game. This is the big end game question of good versus evil. Take the most powerful weapon ever, but you got to kill your sister to do it.
Okay.
Because maybe it's like the blood, it like lets you take it out of the stone, Arthur's sword in the stone kind of thing. Because your blood's not good enough. You got to kill your sister to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's you don't have to think about it too much, but that's the big dilemma at the end. I of course killed my sister to have the big sword that you already beat the game, so you just walk around and like go kill people.
I mean, yeah, this was as like when I was playing games at this time, especially with Fable, like you said, like this, like the Paragon system from Mass Effect and everything. Like this was novel now, right? I absolutely was like, evil playthroughs are the better playthroughs. I love looking like a devil. I was 12 years old. You know what I mean? Like it was like, this is the cool one. I got red eyes now.
You get butterflies around your head, like that fly around your head like a little halo if you're a good guy. I remember my buddy Logan had both like completed playthroughs, devil with horns, and then also like ultimate good guy.
Yeah, totally. And then so now you can play the game. Like it's kind of it's cool that you have that decision, but I think some of the criticism is like, yeah, you get the best sword in the game, but you've done
after the game.
Yeah, exactly.
It does make running around and killing people so you could then buy their houses when they go up for sale more efficient. You know what I mean?
It's true.
Yeah. It's really, you're on the grind set, honestly, Ethan, in Fable, right? Where you get the $10,000 investment by killing Whisper in the arena.
Mm-hmm.
Then you kill your sister at the end, and now it's grind time, right? Sigma is the post game.
Yeah, exactly.
And you don't even find all the points of focus. You let your enemies do that for you. Then you kill them and take their weapon. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah.
So even though you beat Jack, you will get to fight him in the DLC. So the Lost Chapters DLC that Pete mentioned. If you show his mask to a new demon door that appears in the game, you can unlock a quest line to fight the final form of Jack. Demon doors, if you're interested in that, I'll also link an episode that Ethan wrote about demon doors and Balverines in the bottom.
I did a whole episode about demon doors and Balverines. I guess we just talked about the different demon doors, but
yep.
There's a link.
None of us remember. It's crazy. It's like we all just entered a fugue state. Did
Not
2
at all.
episodes about Fable.
I
4
love
years
demon
later,
doors, don't
Jamie's
get me
like,
wrong.
I had this completely conceptualized in my head. Like I was doing dishes this weekend, just like listening to Laura about it, and then we talked about it yesterday, and we have 2 of these. Like we collectively just forgot about the Fable episode.
I was astounded.
Yeah.
I love that, Jamie. You're like doing the dishes. You're like just doing a lore playthrough. And you're just like, you hear our theme song, and you're just like, "That's a good show. I like this. This Fable is pretty good." like no memory whatsoever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't learn anything about the lore because all these guys do is fucking ramble and make I won't call them jokes, but stupid comments about wet beans.
Yeah.
They just hate on the games that I love and talk about how UK is dumb.
And wet beans.
Yeah. So yeah, you can get to the quest to fight Jack in his final form. I included a pic there. He's a big red dragon. And it all culminates into a Tolkien-esque situation where you beat the dragon and you could choose to get even more power by putting the mask on.
Okay.
So you have one guy over your shoulder whispering, "Do not put the mask on." And then the mask itself being like, wear me, and the gods will envy your power. The mask speaks into your mind, wear me. And the world will bow at your feet.
We'll make fun of the mask. It'll be good. Don't worry. Just put it
on. So you could toss it to be a good guy or wear it to be strong as hell, and keep Jack alive in a certain way. At this point, you've already taken the sword. You might as well take the mask, huh? But, yeah, canonically, like Pete says, your sister's fine in the next game, so nothing really matters. Let's just
the good ending is, I think, the canonical ending. There is like a good sword though, right? Like there is a good equivalent to the Sword of Aeons, which I think is only in the DLC, because I think it's like if you beat it with the good ending and didn't get the most powerful sword, you can have a good version sword too.
Okay.
So I think if you have the Lost Chapters DLC, I think you get like a good. Maybe it's not as powerful, but it is like an upgrade. I vague recollections of this. So
it's hard to kill everyone in town and steal their property with the good ending because your sword is weaker. It takes that.
Yeah, so that's the story of Jack of Blades. His story is pretty much concluded, but I really hope that Fable 4 is able to pull on some of this ancient past and like, if even like to go like do some time skip and maybe see William Black defeating the Queen of Blades. Like I can imagine that being really cool. Like going back in town and then seeing a wizard fighting like a super powerful demon that creates canyons and mountains and shit. That would be amazing. There's like a lot of good stuff that they can pull from Albion. We've squeezed 3 episodes out of this, and there is more. Like there's a lot more. But I hope it's. I don't really care about romancing 1,000 people or running a landlord sim, but if we get a cool RPG where your decisions matter, that would be great.
Yeah.
If it's good, I like that. If it's a good dating simulator, I'm there for it. If it's a good management sim, I'm there for it. If it's like shoehorned into the RPG and is taking away from the RPG, I'm less into it. But
that's it.
Yeah.
I didn't
There's
need
depth to it,
settlements.
I'm for it.
I didn't need settlements in Fallout 4. You know, I don't need
exactly what I was thinking about. It's the
Yeah,
exact
exactly.
same thing that popped into my head. Just don't fucking do it if you're not gonna do it well, right? Like,
yeah, but I'll remain cautiously optimistic, and if it's great, I'll play it this fall before I play GTA 6. If you want,
when a good game comes out, it's always a nice thing. It's just fun to shit on Microsoft because they've done a bad job.
if you want to see me play good and bad games alike, you can find me on Loreboy James on Twitch. Tuesdays and Thursdays are my regular streaming days around 7 p.m. EST. Where can I find your stuff, Pete?
At Loreboy's Podcast on Instagram, and my book, The Black Frontier, is linked below. Shout out to David, as always. Thank you for your continued cooperation and helping me get the second one off the ground.
And if you like the show, consider leaving us a rating or review on your podcast app of choice, or leaving a comment down on YouTube if you're on YouTube. If you're on YouTube. If you want to support the show, we do have a Patreon, patreon.com/theloreboys, which has a couple different tiers that you can check out. And if you don't trust Patreon, of course, we have Loreboys Prime service, which we've always offered. We need proof that you guys are wetting your beans, okay? There's been some allegations going around recently that the lore folk eat dry beans, okay? A rival podcast has been causing drama online, and we need some videos of you guys wetting your beans to prove them wrong, okay?
Video. I was wondering how you would prove it. I was thinking more of like a pool strip that you would mail in with like the pH of your beans or something.
Okay.
That's not bad.
That's also acceptable.
Yeah.
Also acceptable, of course. A sample, like one of those little piss sample things with just a small sample of your
Could you
beans
bean
in
in the
it.
cup, please? Yeah.
You can. I'm gonna need you to fill these both up with beans. And it's like tomato beans. It's like, oh, that's a bad sample. Like the Heinz, the British beans that come in the blue can.
I like the tomato ones more than the maple ones, actually.
They look so every time. Like I know we were ripping on British food there. A full English breakfast looks so fucking good, dude.
Love it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, Ethan's been asking people to send a lot of weird
horrible.
stuff in recently. Well, like the next mailbag episode is gonna be fucking crazy. Send us, I guess, your fucking pH bean tests. Go for
Bean
it.
videos.
Yeah.
Bean videos.
Bean videos.
And I think
Bean
that would
videos.
constitute a
Lore
lore boys.
Boys
Out.
out.